Kia ora and welcome back to the channel. I'm Elvie and today we are looking at a watercolour set. This one may or may not look familiar to you. I have used this format of palettes for the last 6 years, and recently, about 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, I bought the teal version of the set that I always use. And I also have my standard black one here, which I've used for the last 6 years now. So this is what this one looks like, and this one I take with me everywhere. But I recently moved and found that I could purchase the pink version. So I was really excited about it, and I bought it. It was on special, which was a win accidentally, but it was a win. And so yeah, it's this beautiful pink colour. These sets are curated by Amy Tangerine, who is I believe, craft YouTuber. And this is a Brave and Bold series, as she called it. I watched the YouTube video after I bought the set, so I had a little bit of information to go off. So if we open it up, I've already opened it up actually. But I'm really excited about it. So it's this beautiful baby pink. I'll put the website that I bought it in the comments below, well, in the description, but it was just off Sassy Scrapper or something, and I think there's 2 websites you can buy it off. So I'll try put both of them in the comments for you. If you want your own version. But yeah, it's this beautiful baby pink colour. If you open it, it's got this first section. It comes with an HB pencil. No, I'm putting in more. And also this 0.5 waterproof pen, which is actually really good. I remember when I was using this, it's actually a really good waterproof pen, and it lasts quite a while. It's just got her name there, Amy Tangerine, and yeah, this is just a normal HB pencil. It's back in. Some people find the sponge hit or miss. I love sponges personally. I find them really useful. I use them as a way to get excess water off my brush and to keep my water clean for longer. So if I've got too much colour, I'd wipe it off the brush and then use water, and that way my water stays cleaner for longer. So yeah, I really enjoy having a sponge in here, but you could easily take that out and fit a pencil sharpener and an eraser as like that. Something like that. I think you could cut that down to something. And then this here is a water bottle. It comes with a fun sticker, and to use this you'd put a pinhole in there, and then you can just fill it up with water. I find this really useful. You can fill it up with water to top up your water brush, or just as I do in this set, I put it in the bottle caps for my normal brushes to use. Now if we continue, we will open this up. So this is the mixing area. You've got 6 different wells, which is quite a few. So the mixing space here is really good, and I haven't had much issue, especially once you start using the palette, that it stops beading up and stuff, and I haven't had any issues with it staining in my old set. As you can see here, the paints are a bit cracked, but the good thing with watercolour is that once you add a bit of water onto it, it will kind of stick back together. The colour selection looks interesting. I don't know much about the colour selection, so we'll find out about that together. And then it also comes with a water brush. I have not used one of these in a very long time, but I will use one with you guys today on this video, just because it comes with the set. It's nice to use what is kind of expected. So this is the drawing we'll be painting today. As tradition with this set, the last video I made on the teal set, I actually did a painting and drawing of the set. So I thought I'd do the same for this one. So here we are. Before I get into it, I'll finish off the palette. So it comes up with these, which I think you can hold the brush in, but I'm not sure. But you can actually fit a half pen in there, and an extra half pen in there if you want. And then these inserts come out, and you can like push the half pans out. So I quite like this format, but it's up to you. So if you don't like it the way it's arranged or the colours in there, you can change them out with your own. Anyway, we'll get into painting. I guess we shall start with the swatching. So to use a water brush, you push on here and let the water release into the bristles. So that's what we're doing. So we're just dampening the brush, and we'll go in with the white first. And as expected, won't show up. Then we'll go in with the yellow. Yeah, as I said, I haven't used a water brush in a while, so it's gonna be a bit of a daunting change. I've got an orange of sorts. These colours are student grade. I've used these colours, not these particular colours, but this brand of watercolours before. I actually find them quite decent for student grade paint. They reactivate easily and they tend to be quite decent. And a nice place to start. They won't be as amazing as your like professional paints or anything, but I find it, like, considering the palette is the main reason I buy sets like this, the paints are actually quite nice, considering my expectations are quite low. Now, since the bristles are white, they will stain over time, and that's alright. You can also clean them with water, and if they stain, they stain, you know. It's kind of like a pinky colour. It's quite interesting. I'll go down here. I think this is a black. Oh yeah. And also over time, the sponge will become more absorbent as well. It just takes a little bit of like wearing in of sorts. I think I actually got a bit of pink in that black. So the swatch might not, oh sorry, I knocked the camera. I'm trying a different system with the camera setup, so it hopefully won't be shaky. Oh no, it's way too much water. Yeah, and it's been a while since I've used this. This looks like a Prussian blue here. The Prussian blue actually comes in the black set, made by this manufacturer. I assume it's like a one like supplier that makes all these sets, and then companies can like use it as like a product to sell. I haven't pre-wet any of these colours except the last three here, and they've been reactivating really nicely. This looks like a vermilion dupe of sorts, which is actually a really beautiful colour. Oh, this is like a, I don't even know, maybe like a hooker's green. It's a very beautiful green. That one's new to me as well. And then we've got this kind of very like a pale green or whatever, which is actually quite lovely too. The colours here are very interesting. I quite like them. They're very pretty. This one I'm not actually sure if it's black. It might be a sepia. We'll find out as we continue to paint. Which is going to be a struggle. So I was like, where's my reference photo? But my palette is my reference photo. So where do I even begin? I guess I'll start with the yellow sponge. Sorry if my shadow's in it. I'm trying to keep it out of the way. It's got slight green hue to it. try not to get my arm in it too much. It's quite a bright yellow. What I might do is I might use one of my candle holder water brushes, just water bowls, just to make it a bit more comfortable for me, as like a backup, because I quite like using it to wipe my brush, and it's like a comfort thing. Just making colour for this on the bottle. Yeah, it's actually quite a lovely set. I'm pleasantly surprised. I saw the colours on the here and I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into. It's always a hit or miss if it's like, oh no, I think it is a black, by the way. If it's like the colours, like what kind of selection there are. I know in the last one there was purple and stuff, which was quite fascinating, and there was a different pink, which was interesting. Like I didn't know what kind of pink this one would be compared to the last one, but this one just seems to be a bit more pigmented. I keep not using this like a water brush. The curator of the set, Amy Tangerine, yeah, as I said, she specialises in craft, so this is more for the mindset of craft. So having it student grade paints is actually perfect, because you can be a bit looser with it, makes it cheaper as well to manufacture and more accessible in that regard. Continue painting. I'm wondering how to make it black with these colours. It always takes a little. That's actually quite effective. So that was this kind of vermilion green and a bit of that red. I actually do really enjoy the red selection here. I think the Jazz Art one that I reviewed on the channel originally, that one had a very limited selection of reds, but this one is quite nice. And the last one also had a really good selection of colours. This one doesn't have a ultramarine, like a warm blue, but it's still, you know, I just personally love that colour, so it's like a ride or die for me, but some people don't mind not having it. And then actually I do want a bit more black for the cap of the bottle thing here. It was a very tedious drawing, this. I hope it's in focus alright. Yeah, the drawing was very tedious. What colour is this? This is the, oh yeah. It took a hot minute to get used to looking at it and trying to get the angles right and everything. It's very time consuming, but I mean, I'm quite happy with the drawing overall. I think it turned out quite nice. Looking at my brush, what colour is it? That is the only thing, when you use the palette you're trying to paint, it's very hard to kind of tell what colours everything is when you're using it. I keep saying, oh yeah, I'll use the water brush, and then not using the water brush as it's meant to be used. It's coming together quite nice. The love is actually kind of a more orange colour. Maybe I'll use a bit of that pink. Oh, that's perfect. That's actually the perfect colour. Whoa, I'm too good at this. Now in my everyday set of this, the black one I just showed earlier, I have swapped out a few things for my preference. My preference is to use normal brushes, so what I've done is I've taken out a section of the colours, and I've actually added 2 bottle caps in with glue tack, so I can take them in and out if I need to, and I use the sponge to soak up any water I don't end up using when I go out on a painting trip. And it's quite funny, but I've convinced like all my friends back home to get their own version of this set, the black one, and if you have the teal one, and that's for, I just think it's such a perfect way to have everything you need. It means it's the first set you buy, the blue one I think has the best selection of colours, but if it's the first set you ever buy, it's got your waterproof pen if you want to try that out. It comes with a brush of sorts. It might be a little bit difficult to get used to, but it does come with a brush, and it comes with pencil. You know, everyone tends to have a pencil, but yeah, I just think it's amazing. And it comes with your palette. I know most sets come with this kind of stuff, especially nowadays. A lot of sets actually come with very interesting travel brushes, but yeah, I'm obsessed with this set, so I'm very heavily biased, I'll admit. And I just think it is incredible, just everything that's here in a set. Is, yeah, just very biased. But I've only ever seen this set in these 3 colours, the pink, teal and black. So I don't know if many other brands or manufacturers use this kind of palette design, or if it's like a once in a blue moon it comes out. I'm not sure, but I do love it. And yeah, I haven't really seen many reviews on palettes like this. I'm like dying to hear other people's opinions on this kind of format, but then again, I'm so like biased towards loving it that if I heard something negative about it, I'd get precious and be like, no, you're wrong, it's amazing. But everyone has their preference with how they travel and how they paint, and I know there are lots of very slim designs when it comes to watercolour sets, and like you can get smaller palettes than this, though this one is actually quite lightweight because it is made of plastic. But still, you know, everyone's got their preference and something that they really, really love. And it's hard to change people's minds. Just getting the pink down. It's a very beautiful colour, and it actually works really well as oh no, as a colour for the palette. Yeah, I'm really enjoying using these paints. I think they're a colour selection I would never pick for myself, which makes it very fun. It means you've kind of got to figure the palette out, see what works for you, and how the colours kind of mix, and yeah, you're kind of thrown into an uncomfortable situation of sorts like that. You've got to kind of make it work. Okay, I think I've actually got to let this dry for a little bit. Oh, is it out of focus again? Hopefully not. I've got to let this dry, but then we will do the next layer together. Okay, we're continuing just with a few layers of shadows. I've put the zoom back to being normal. That's because I think it was messing with the focus of the camera, and I wanted the quality to be alright. So hopefully that fixes things. Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I'm just going in with a second layer of the pink. Yeah, just kind of adding a little bit here and there. You know, I actually think Jackson's, like a year or two ago, supplied this set in black. I have a fever dream of that. I could be completely wrong. Just feels like something that happened, and then by the time I saw it on there, it had sold out. I think it was something ridiculous like that. Not that I needed another black one, but you know, it was just like, oh my gosh, no way, it was on this website this whole time. But yeah, it's really exciting to have a pink one. It's very soft, subtle pink, but it's beautiful, and it's really fun to paint when your set is really pretty. I think that's one of the best things, is when, yeah, the colours of your set is really nice and vibrant and fun. I'm actually going to do another layer on the sponge, a bit of a mucky yellow to add a little bit of texture. And then the bottle needs to be a different colour. So yeah, you can kind of see it's pulling up. But once you get wear into it, it will work as a normal palette and kind of not bubble up like that. Or you could add toothpaste, I've heard, to your palette, and that will stop any bubbling. I think there's a few hacks out there to stop that from happening, but I don't particularly mind. It's not like a do or die for me. I think it's coming together quite nicely. Oh, that was green. I forget that that's green. I just don't expect it to be that colour. This is why it's very helpful to look at this to know what colours it is before I get used to the structure of the set. Hopefully you guys can't hear the motorbike outside. We'll ignore that. Alright, it's coming together quite nicely. We're getting there. I'd say it's nearly done. Oh, why is that pink? We won't question that. Maybe I'll fix that if I can. Just grabbing some tissue, and we'll see if this works. So if a colour like this bleeds into another one, if it's still wet, sometimes you can pick it up with a tissue. Kind of worked. So we'll try and make that grey and act like that was never pink. And then we'll add just a very slight shadow onto the water brush. Oh, it's going to be this teal colour. That's okay. And then I've actually got the background as well to do. Oh, actually I want to do the, oh, that was far too yellow. Listen, I wanted yellow, but not too much yellow. That's just for the, well, that's green. I don't particularly want green, but that's just for the pen here that I forgot about. I need to finish that. And then the back of the pencil also needs a bit of colour. The thing with a set like this is you can have a lot of fun with it, and since it's not overly expensive paint, you're not precious. Well, you tend to not be precious about the paints in the set or anything. You're just kind of free to play around and see what happens. Anyway, we're going to do some shadows now. Actually, I take that back. We're going to paint the desk first. that was far too green. Adding a bit of red to cancel out all that green. And we're just going to drag this colour all the way around the set. This is our background colour. I'm continuously not using this brush as intended, but that's okay. I'm using the brush, which is a good start. There we go. I also, right down here though, you can't see it, it says Amy Tangerine, and it's from the Brave and Bold series. So if any of my links don't work or don't come up with anything, you can Google Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold Watercolour Set, and hopefully you guys will be able to find it. It might be sold out after Christmas. I know it's a fair bit after Christmas, but sometimes it takes a little while for things to restock, like a couple months or something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't looked. I've got a little bit more of the desk to do up here. This dark desk colour is actually quite nice. It makes the pink stand out a lot. But yeah, I've just got some shadows to do, so I'll let this dry again and then we can come back and do the layer of shadows. Okay, it's been a little bit more time. I actually did a layer over top of these paints just to see what they look like a little bit more lathered up with paint. And now we will go in and do some shadows just to kind of bring it together. I'm kind of just mixing the pink and red. Oh, that was a bad example. That was far too much. With a little bit of the blue, kind of pretty teal colour. It makes a nice kind of purpley shadow colour. Oh, and a bit of yellow apparently. Not intended, but it's alright. And this is just, yeah, to kind of have a bit of shadow going on. And then we will do the shadows underneath the palette here and here and here. And then I think that will actually be all. It's quite a long video, this one. And I didn't even do the drawing on camera. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just taking my time with the painting. I hope it's still enjoyable despite the length of the video. Yes, you guys can also watch it on double time, which makes it go by a little bit faster. Unless you wanted to also, I don't know, do a painting alongside me and just relax and take your time. Depends on your situation, I suppose. Alrighty, I think I'll use this colour I mixed up earlier as the shadows. I think this bit's the shadow. Oh no, it's still wet. Damn it. It's alright. There we go. And then a bit more shadows up here. And then that's it. That's the painting, guys. Oh, actually, I lie. I think I want to add a little bit of shadow there. Okay. Yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was fun and interesting to see me painting this and hearing my thoughts about the palette. I really enjoy it. I love how these palettes have everything you need all contained in one set. and I always enjoy using these palettes. So once again, I am heavily biased, but I do recommend these sets for anyone that loves to do watercolour on the go, or anyone that wants to try doing watercolour painting, and yeah, painting on the go and not being too precious about your paints. I think out of the 3 that I've tried, I'd recommend the teal one. I think the most, it had the best range of colours, though these colours are stunning, and honestly, I think this set would also do wonders, although it doesn't come with any browns. So for most travel artists, I think actually the teal one would be good. And the black one, for anyone that's curious, comes with a few more browns, but it doesn't come with a very good red or blue options. So yeah, we'll go with that. And yeah, I hope this video was fun, interesting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.